Do you feel like just when you go into your squat, you just feel all jammed up and tight? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 great ways to get deeper into your squat. So in this video, we'll go through 3 different ways that can help you to really open up your squat. The first 2 are mainly mobility exercises. So these are focusing on mobilizing your ankle and your hip. Once you've got the mobility in those places, you may already have the mobility and you could even skip to the last step, is putting it all together and getting your core to work so you can actually build a bit of stability in that squat. Because a lot of the time people might have really flexible hips, but their body jams up because they basically their body won't let them go any deeper because it's their body's too unstable, and your body's not going to let you go into dangerous places. But this last one, which I'll show you at the end of the video, will teach your body how to let your body relax and go in deeper into the squat because your core is going to be all activated. Okay, so one of the first things you want to look at is how jammed up your ankles are. So for your squat, you want to be able to at least have your knee over the toe or even more beyond, okay? So what this next mobility drill is going to help you to get a bit more knee over toes so that your ankles aren't limiting you on how deep you can squat. Especially if you're going below parallel, this is going to be a huge deterrent or a huge barrier for your body. So the way we can do that is we grab a heavy band like this. We're going to get a bit of traction here. And we just want to put that right on where the talus bone is. So we're not going to put it down here or up too high. We really want to put it right in the nook, I suppose, of where your ankle connects to your foot. Okay, so we're going to place that on there. Okay, getting into a nice comfortable position, and we're going to grab a kettlebell here. So we're going to place that on your knee, and what that's going to do is just drive your heel into the floor so it's less likely to lift up. Okay, so I can get into more of a half kneeling position like so. I'm going to push down, and I'm just going to go forwards and then back. So going in and out, make sure that stays in the right position. Forwards and back like so. Okay, so getting a good stretch. And then the next one is you go forward, push down the kettlebell, and then just go left to right, okay? So where we need the most mobility is pushing the knee out to the side to there, okay? So spend a bit more time on the outer, okay? Because that's where we want to push our knees when we're sitting deep into the squat. Not so much in there. You'll probably find that your ankles are less jammed up in this side, but a bit more jammed up on the outer, okay? So spend a bit of time here, a couple of minutes going forwards and back, going through these 2 drills and see if it gives you any more mobility. With this next one, we're focusing on opening up your hips. So really getting into that nice open squat. So a lot of us have trouble with spreading the floor, getting our knees out, and then so we can sit deep into the squat. So this is called the squash frog, but today we're going to do it with a band, which is going to make it that a lot more effective. And what you should feel after doing this is actually feel like you've got a bit more space in the front of the hip so you can really sit into that hole of the squat, okay? So what you'll do is you'll grab a heavy band. This one, you definitely need a heavy band for it. So I've got a nice big thick one over here, okay? So what you'll do is you'll loop that just around the front of your hips here, okay? So you come forward like so, and you're just going to bring your knees out nice and wide, okay? So, and when we're doing this one, we want to make sure we're not rounding out too much. This is basically mimicking how we would normally do a squat, really. So what we do is we sit into our squat, we get our knees as wide as possible here, and we try to get a nice big upright right back. So some of us might be on our hands, others of us can go on our elbows. And we're just going to rock forwards and then go backwards. So what you'll find is forwards is coming out of the squash frog stretch, and then going back is going to really give you a nice stretch in those adductors there. So what you can see is as I'm sitting back, That's me going deeper into that squat. So just hovering forwards and going back, and then just checking in after that to see if you get any more mobility that's going to help you in your squat. After this one, we're going to put it all together so that you can use the mobility that you've gained from this exercise and the exercise before, so that you can incorporate it into your squat. Okay, so by now you should feel a little bit more limber in your ankles and your hips. Now it's time to put it all together and start to build a bit more stability in your squat. So a good way to do that is to do a squat that really focuses on getting your core fired up. Because if your core's fired up, your body's nice and stable, your body's gonna feel safer, and it's gonna give you a bit more mobility. So the way we do this is we grab a 5 kilo weight, or you could even try with 2.5, and we're gonna be holding that out front, okay? So that's even holding this out front. It's really gonna get your core fired up, and it's gonna stop you from doing stupid stuff like squatting like this, okay? So the way we do that is we want to get into, a nice wide squat. We can spin the feet out like so, and we're going to be holding the plate out front, okay? And as we're squatting down, we're really going to drive those knees out and really spread the floor and sit deep into the squat, okay? Making sure the whole time we're really driving those knees out and then squeezing the plate hard and then driving up nice and quick, okay? So I recommend doing this as a tempo squat. So you're going down for 3 seconds and going up for 1 second. So it's going to look like this on the side. So holding out here, packing the shoulders. You're going to start off by driving the knees out, sitting back with your butt. That's it. Holding. 1, 2, 3. You can even pause down here a little bit and then driving up. Okay, squeezing your butt at the top. The biggest thing you need to focus on this exercise is spreading the floor. If you do nothing else, this is the thing that's going to get you deeper in your squat. So there you have it, mate. Make sure to mobilize your ankle and your hips, and then to tie it all in with a stability exercise like I've given you, okay? So it's really important that you do that last step, so that if you're giving your body a bit of extra mobility, you've got to make sure you teach your body how to use it. So that way it'll remember it and it'll transfer into the barbell when you go back into the gym and start lifting heavy stuff. By the way, if you want more great information, I've made a new free guide called the 7 Lifts to Bulletproof Your Body After Injury. If you're finding that you're always going to the gym and then getting injured, please check out this guide. I'm going to drop it down in the description box below. Please make sure to click on it. If you want to see more great videos from me, please make sure to subscribe and make sure to give me a like. That really helps me out. Anyway, my name's Adam and I'll help you return to the gym and stay there.